It was supposed to be an ordinary Thursday morning at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. 17-year-old Amara Jefferson, wearing her blue hoodie and carrying her laptop backpack, quietly boarded Flight 372 to San Diego. She was on her way to a national coding competition, something she had spent the past year preparing for. Her heart thudded with a mix of nerves and excitement. As she found her seat near the middle of the plane, she offered a polite smile to the older man already in the row. He barely glanced at her. No big deal, she thought. Before we continue, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell to get notified for more. Share to friends. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our story goes. Amara tucked her bag under the seat and placed her carry-on in the overhead compartment, just like everyone else. But as she settled down, a sharp voice sliced through the cabin air. "Young lady, what do you think you're doing?" barked the flight attendant with a tight bun and an even tighter frown. Her name tag read Miss Colburn. Amara blinked, startled. "I just sat down." Miss Colburn's tone was full of venom. "Passengers like you need to listen better. That overhead bin isn't for coach. This section is priority boarding." The word stung. Amara looked around. Others had done the same thing without issue. "I'm in seat 22B. I think I'm in the right spot." The attendant stepped closer. "I said this isn't your space. Remove your bag. Now!" A hush fell over the nearby rows. No one said a word. The old man beside Amara adjusted his newspaper. One couple pulled out earbuds, clearly listening. Amara's cheeks flushed with confusion and rising anger. She stood and calmly tried to explain. "Ma'am, that bin is directly above my seat." "I don't care." Miss Colburn shouted. "You people always think you can bend rules. You people." The words hung in the air like smoke. That was it. Amara reached into her hoodie pocket and pulled out her phone. She didn't yell, didn't argue. She tapped a contact labeled Annie J and stepped into the aisle, voice steady. "Hey, Annie, it's me. Yeah, I'm on the plane. Something's happening. I need you to listen." Miss Colburn huffed and crossed her arms. "You can't make calls now. Turn that off." Amara looked her dead in the eye and said, "You might want to call your supervisor. Now." 10 minutes later, the plane, which had already closed its doors and prepared for takeoff, jolted to a halt. The intercom chimed. "Ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the delay. We received instructions to pause departure due to a passenger concern. Ground security has been requested." Passengers murmured in confusion. Someone asked if it was a bomb threat. A woman whispered, "What's going on?" from behind. Miss Colburn's face lost its color when she saw a group of 3 uniformed security officers board the plane, followed by a calm, sharp-eyed black woman in a tailored suit. Auntie J. She strode in with a badge hanging from her neck. Agent Jasmine Rhodes, Federal Aviation Authority. The cabin went dead silent. She spoke directly to the flight supervisor, her voice professional but firm. "I need access to security footage from boarding gate C12. And a statement from this flight attendant, Ms. Colburn, regarding her interaction with passenger Amara Jefferson." Ms. Colburn stammered, I was enforcing policy." "Was that before or after you referred to the passenger as you people?" Agent Rhodes asked without blinking. Several passengers gasped. One began recording. "You have a protocol issue here," Agent Rhodes continued, "and a potential civil rights violation." Ms. Colburn looked like she might faint. Within 20 minutes, Amara was quietly escorted off the plane, not in shame, but to debrief with officials. Ms. Colburn was removed as well, this time surrounded by supervisors from the airline. The flight was delayed by 2 hours. Later that evening, Delta Airlines released a public apology. Amara's name trended on social media under the hashtag #FlyWithDignity. Videos from passengers flooded the internet. Clips of her calm response, Agent Rhodes' intervention, and the moment Ms. Colburn realized who she was dealing with. But it wasn't the virality that mattered. It was the fact that Amara still made it to San Diego in time for her competition. She didn't let the humiliation stop her. And the next morning, she stood in front of a packed auditorium and won first place in the National AI Challenge. After the ceremony, A girl her age approached her in tears. You stood up for all of us. Thank you. Moral lesson. This story is a reminder that dignity should never depend on appearance, age, or color. Everyone deserves respect, on the ground or 30,000 feet in the air. And silence in the face of injustice is not neutrality. It is complicity. When young people rise with calm courage instead of anger, when they use their voices wisely, they change systems. Respect is not a privilege. It is a right. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you were Amara, what would you have done? If you haven't subscribed till now, please do. Your support means a lot. See you on our next story.